Good morning to you. Afternoon to you. Good evening to you as well, from wherever you are joining us. It is Mayegun Live. Welcome back will be in order, especially to those of you who were with us earlier this morning or afternoon. Please, if you are just tuning in, read the caption of this broadcast, the description of this broadcast, like it, share it. And when you are sharing it, just say, Mayegun today. Paulu from his God knows where in London, where he's currently having his annual leave of vacation. Instead, he has intervened in the Wahala political crisis orchestrated by Wike in Rivers State. They say he had ordered Egbetokun Kayode to reinstall security back to Rivers State. Can you believe that? So now we are waiting for Egbetokun to possibly parade those who burn down local government areas, local government secretariats in Rivers State today. These were supposed to be those who are working for Kim Jong-Wike, the Wike of Rivers. And as they warn of their madness, it is now obvious, like as we said earlier, it is just the last kick of a dying horse. We probably, or they probably have nothing more or any more surprise for us. Read this and share this. Today, and thank you so much for joining me. Okay, this morning, the entire blogospace, the entire cyberspace was saturated with the unbelievable. Should I even use unbelievable? Anyway, with some horrible videos of the Wike's cultists, thugs that were unleashed on Rivers State today. Those who took over the supposed local government secretariats, as promised yesterday, that if Wike's influence couldn't stop Fubara, then the court couldn't stop him. The last thing would just have to be the violence. So they did unleash the violence on the people of Rivers State. The local government secretariat stopping those who were elected, the supposed loyalists of Fubara, from taking over the office today. So in case if you missed any of that, I've got a bit of an update too, right? That is where we're going to start from this evening. But prior to that, the supposed police IG, Inspector General of Police in Nigeria, withdrew the policemen who were guiding or providing security for all this government property or public properties, the local government secretariats. They were withdrawn last night, and this morning, the Wike thugs, including the hired cultists with guns, they took over some of the local government areas. Today, not all of them, by the way, some of them, and they actually wreaked havoc too. Apart from shooting guns to scare away the supposed staff of these local government areas, they touched some of them by setting them ablaze. As in, like they burned some of them there down before people mobilized and came for them, and they eventually ran away. In shock, a lot of people have reacted. Like, what the heck? How could they let this happen? But to some others, they were not surprised. It is just the last kick of a dying horse. With the weakest political structure, as we have now come to know it, the criminal structure of is has been taken over by another, criminals who are pretty much like preferred criminals in Rivers State as we speak. Averagely, a person from Rivers State will disagree with me that I shouldn't call Fubara a criminal. Oh, please, excuse me, please. Anyway, Nigerians, as you know, right, when things get to this level, right, they will choose sides. To them, with the wicked deserves everything that came, they saw it coming. So therefore, it is a choice between the devil and the deep blue sea. In this instance, they choose the lesser evil or the lesser devil. That will be the Fubara, someone they believe is like a karma to with the wicked. But the weakest men and, those who have been protesting in the last few days, this is just the last time. After today, that is them gone. Some of them, their political careers is, probably dead. And others, it is probably their entire life completely gone now. Because, where the two elephants fight, they say it is the grass that suffers. So this morning, we woke up to some of this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start with this.
Election, they cannot enter the council. This is a woman local government. No election. They cannot enter the council. No election. This is a woman local government. No election. No election. No election. No election. This is a woman government. No election. No election. This is a woman government. No election. No election. No election. It cannot happen. This is a woman government. No election. No election. No election. It can't hold.
Gunshot ongoing live here in the local government of Obiakpa Council. Gunshot from the outside. We don't know. There are gunshots so far. There are gunshots. This is happening live in Obiakpa. 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 Wait now. Sure. Wait now. This is happening live in Obiakpa. This is happening live in Obiakpa. This is the current situation in Obiakpa. This is the current situation in Obiakpa. This is the current situation in Obiakpa. Reporting live on Capital TV. This is the current situation in Obiakpa. You know, Obiakpa Council, this is the current situation. This is the current situation in Obiakpa.
So after all of that, eventually, the arsonists, they left. The job was done. Probably not really completely done. And then the elected local government chairman eventually took office. They took over the secretariat, and from what we heard, immediately, Fubara and his own guys, they started the process of a recall. Because by law, Wirewike is representing the slot of the river states in the Executive Council of Nigeria, of Tinubu, which simply means that if there is anything law, by the way, so Wike could actually be recalled back by the people of River State, led by their governor, to say they do not want him to represent them in the Executive Council of Nigeria anymore. But we know that's probably like not going to happen. So they've started that move. Then this afternoon, or nearly this evening, a supposed release statement from Tinubu, from the presidency of Nigeria, stated that Fubara should be very careful. Everybody should be very careful. If people are not happy with the way things are, they should go to court. However, the already compromised police IG was now ordered. Kayode Bitokun was ordered to return the policemen back to provide security. I don't know if probably when they go back there or when we wake up tomorrow, those policemen will probably tell all the elected officials that they have been ordered not to allow them to come in. So the drama from River State is never going to end anytime soon. Somebody who was instrumental to Wike's emergence as the governor of River State, who is now the little Hitler and the wounded lion from River State, Austin Opara. So the former deputy speaker, I think, of River State shed a bit more light on what was going on. Do you mind?
Once a supporter and a huge side player with former governor of River State, Nyesom Wike, where do you stand today?
Clearly, I'm a PDP member. I stand with Governor Sim Fubara in River State, and I stand with the people of River State. And I say so without mincing words. Yes, you are right. I was with former Governor Nyesom Wike. But let me even enlighten you and listeners a little more. In 2015, I was his chairman of his inauguration committee. In 2019, I was chairman of his inauguration committee. In 2019, I was his agent at the collation. In 2022, I was his agent at the presidential primary that he was thoroughly defeated by Atiku. Right? So, yes, we are political associates, but now we no longer are.
I mean, can one describe that as some kind of betrayal? And on the other side, you know what they're saying, that your likes are now fair weather friends. You were there, and some of you argued and debated in the emergence of Governor Similaye Fubara, whom some of the people in the PDP said it's unfair for Wike to have brought a Fubara to power. But now they say it's a fair weather situation for you now to be against Nyesom Wike. At what point did you depart from supporting Nyesom Wike?
Okay, so it's good to put the record straight. I told you that up till these primaries, I was his agent, right? So, and the primary came after the emergence of Governor Sim Fubara as the candidate of PDP in River State. So his primary came after. But the point of disagreement was that he decided to leave, not to support the PDP candidate. And we said, no, we are loyal PDP members. We will support PDP all the way. So we worked for PDP Atiku, and we supported Sim for the governorship. So we were PDP. So that was the point of disagreement, where on his own he clearly felt, oh no, he cannot support PDP because he lost the primaries for governorship, presidency, and lost the bid to become the running mate Atiku. So if it is a matter of betrayal, I can tell you that clearly he betrayed PDP and betrayed all of us. We all played major roles for his emergence in 2015, clearly, and he knows it. But today, all you hear is that he's the governor, he was the governor, nobody, clearly, you know, you've said it clearly. We all were part of making him. Two people that, aside God, first God, the next is former first lady, Patience Jonathan, another is Prince Uche Secondus. Then we are the next level. But what is his relationship with all those people today?
So let me ask you, legally speaking, in this election, we stand in the eye of the law. This local government election, there is a substantive judgment of court saying that election as a K-leg, as far as those 7 points position of the Honorable Justice Wite's court in Abuja has come out to proceed that, look, there are issues and there are positions of court on that election. There are other court orders which are injunctive in nature that have come before that. Though there are those who legal minds who will say there's going to be a fundamental problem with that local government election. Are you worried about that?
Did I hear you say Justice Wike's court?
No, I didn't say Justice Wike. I didn't say Wike.
Oh, because I'm beginning to wonder. But let me respond to you clearly. Let me respond to you. Which was the first order of court that was gotten? It was the order that said the election should hold before the Federal High Court order that came. But beyond that,
no, one is an injunction. Just for a moment, so that we can put perspective for our viewers to understand and not confuse them. The order coming from the High Court in Rivers State is an injunction, which is which expires. It has a deadline of which it can expire. So the judgment was a substantive judgment from the Federal High Court. So legally speaking, there are those who will say one is momentary. There is a more permanent one, which is a position of the Federal High Court. So that's perhaps a perspective. Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, Sharon, let me even go with you without even considering. Let's assume with what you've said. What is the lifespan of an interim order? 7 days, assuming. That order was given on the 30th. The election held on the 5th. Has it lapsed? But that is semantics. Let's go to the issue. Section 84 of the Electoral Act says no court can stop an election. And we should be careful because we are setting wrong precedent in this country. Otherwise, a court will give an order stopping the presidential election. A court will give an order. We should be careful. It's an election. And there are tribunals after. There is the tribunal, there is the appeal tribunal. Why don't they go there if there are issues? If there are issues. So the elections have held, and I'm sure you saw people voting. I voted yesterday. I'm sure you saw it. Rivers people voted, and today they were sworn in. So what is the issue?
Let me ask you quickly, wrap up this. Honorable Opara, Mr. Atiku Abubakar is coming out to say that Rivers people are resolute and reject oppression. Governor Fubara has said desperate situation calls for desperate actions. And I'm imagining that this is perhaps the first of a more troublesome legal and political times that we might be seeing in Rivers State going forward. But from your own standpoint, what kind of statement does the yesterday event or the event of the past days or today, the outcome of today?
Sharon, don't kind of like rile us up now for now, because even the questions are like sounding so dumb. All right. I kind of blame myself for putting that in front of you. Okay. I didn't have any intention of having you listen to all of that. Okay. Sharon can be like that sometimes. So the point there is that the fight between Wirewike and his godson, Wirewike, the godfather, Fubara, the godson, is bordered on the state resources, as well as in for those who understand the politics very well, it is about the Abuja politics, national politics. It is all about who controls Rivers State and who wants the control of Rivers State, not for just the money sharing part of it now. The role that the outsiders have in the crisis in Rivers State, right, borders on who is going to be in charge of that state come next election. It has always been like that since 1999. This person actually put it better. Listen to this one.
Well, the FCT minister is fairly well known, to be one that pursues his interests, no matter the circumstances. And which is his legitimate right. I think going to court is fine. You see, what the issue, what I believe Nigerians ought to look at, is that it's not really a Rivers State problem. It's not even about the FCT minister.
In fact, we'll come back to that. There's something I need to add. The first question you're going to be like is, this is supposed to be local government elections, okay? Why is it so violent enough that with a wiki and then courts that have no jurisdiction whatsoever in Rivers State are showing interest, issuing ex parte order, okay, for what is meant to happen in Rivers State? Then you realize that it is beyond the interest of, in fact, it has nothing to do with the people of Rivers State, so to say. It is more about what is going to happen in 2027 as they are saying it. Number one, there shouldn't be any involvement of, number one, INECO. Number two, any federal high courts in deciding when or how they should hold their local government election in anywhere in Nigeria. It is beyond them. But when Wike took the fight to the high court in Rivers State, he lost. The next thing, they went to the federal high court, and there were judges there ready to do the bidding, just like the police IG. In a corrupt system that you have in Nigeria, everybody has a price. So those ones who are in Rivers State, they are pretty much in the what do you call it, in the book of Fubara and his own group. So they are in that advantage position, right? Where Wike is no longer the governor, therefore, he would rather just use outside influence, including the police or the federal high court, to see if he could have his way, even though it is totally like illegal. But he will still do it, and he probably could get away with it if the people of Rivers State, like we have seen it, they were not on the side of Fubara that much. This lawyer took them to the cleaners on it, and I'll come back to that analyst. Listen to this.
I have my speech to read, but I would want to summarize, for the interest of the lay people, so that you understand, and Nigerians should understand, particularly the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Honorable Justice John Soho, and his brother justices, his brother pro-Wike justices. I want them to know, before I read my speech, that all the interim order, interlocutory order they've made against the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission are worthless sheet of paper. They lack jurisdiction to make any order that restrain Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission or any agency of Rivers State government. Federal High Court is not a court of general jurisdiction. Federal High Court is a court of special jurisdiction. And under Section 251 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Federal High Court has jurisdiction to exercise one in the following cases. It says, Section 251, subsection 1, P, Q, and R. Let me read it out. Notwithstanding anything to the contrary contained in this Constitution, and in addition to any such other jurisdiction as may be conferred upon it by an act of the National Assembly, the Federal High Court shall have and exercise jurisdiction to the exclusion of any other courts in civil cases and matters relating to P. Administration and management and control of the federal government and any of its agencies. Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission is not an agency of the federal government of Nigeria. It's an agency of the Rivers State government. And therefore, Federal Court cannot make an injunctive order to restrain Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission from conducting local government election. It's an agency of Rivers State government, not an agency of the federal government. Section 251, subsection 1.
Thank you. That's what we want to hear. Thank you very much. So this is just so for the layman, people like us who don't study law, read law. It's very simple. anything they call federal only has right to conduct, to adjudicate on everything federal high court, to everything federal. But you see, when you look at the state and the state high court, they are the ones who are to adjudicate on everything that has to do with states. That is why when they have their elections, right, it's, general election is conducted by